It's the summer fun hour here on Christian Media Spotlight and Crazy Blessed Worship. Good Friday evening once again to all of you, alongside an inside air-conditioned Spud. Elizabeth joining us for this hour as well. And of course, armed with the capo but skunkless Daniel Curtis joining us here on the program. No, you don't have quite the arsenal of skunks that Coley apparently had, do you, Daniel?
No, I'm not jealous either. Yeah, I want to wonder how she drugged that deer. I don't know how you do that. That was all the deer run when I come out. Oh, it's probably just me. It's just me.
The closest I think I ever came to a deer was when I was at the wildlife refuge near me, about 2-3 miles away from here, and I saw it was like a family of deer. I was out walking the trail, and they were just right off to the left of where I was on the trail, and I think I snapped a photo of it somewhere. I think, but yeah, they didn't seem terribly phased, probably because they encounter that sort of thing all the time on the trails. Like, oh, it's humans again. But I do recall, though, if you ever have those out where you live, I went out to the Olympic Game Farm, which is right on the peninsula here in Washington. There's probably several of them across the states like this, but it's a drive-through game farm where you actually, it's not as you drive through, you actually can buy loaves of bread at the outset of the entrance. And the reason why is when you drive all throughout the park, it is not uncommon in certain sections of the park for you to have llamas, deer, even a buffalo just come right up to your car and take a piece of bread right out of your hand. Apparently, they have gone enough of that where it's just like, yeah, hi, how you doing? And they just keep following along right alongside your car, and as long as you keep feeding it bread. The only caveat to that is, see, the bears, you can feed the bears too because they have bears. But they keep them kind of just behind a safe enclosed, fenced off kind of area because they probably figure you don't want a bear just kind of like coming up to your car window and going, hey, where's your picnic basket? The figure probably wasn't as safe for Yogi to just come crawling right up to your car window and go, no, feed me bread. They figure it's okay for the llamas and the deer and the buffalo to do so. Although it's kind of funny when a buffalo was like trying to like, wah! It was. Have you ever been up close and personal to a lot of wildlife, Daniel?
Yeah, too close. But you know what I did? Elizabeth and I got something in common. You see, when I did, I tried to feed it a sloppy Joe, and it didn't work out too good. I made an absolute mess, and the deer just laughed. They're like, I don't need sloppy Joes.
Speaking of which, I am not going to have that tonight. No, I'm going to have a peanut butter and jelly.
I'm kind of a potatoes person myself. What about you?
As we found out, though, at the end of our last program, though, see, we finally found, I didn't think we would, but we have found something that I think Elizabeth has done that Daniel's like, no. We have surprisingly found out. See, I rode one a couple of years ago because I was out on Lake Coeur d'Alene. I rode one a couple of years ago with my dad and a couple of the brother-in-laws. So I was out on the lake for a couple of hours out there. So I've ridden one. Apparently, this was an answer. I'm like, nah, Spud's gonna say no. She's not one. I'm like, she doesn't do anything else. Why would she do this? This is like a slam dunk for me to say nope. She's not done this. This is a slam dunk, no answer. She surprised me by going, yes, I have ridden. What? Wait, you don't drive, but yet you drove a golf cart and you drove a jet ski.
Oh, not drive jet ski.
Oh, you didn't drive. You were a passenger in one. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. I thought, oh, Spud's behind the
No.
wheel of a jet ski. When did this happen? Like,
No,
what?
but there is
Okay.
photo
Okay,
there
makes a
is
little more
photo
sense.
proof. There is photo proof, however, where my brother is steering the jet ski, but I'm like sitting up front as if I am driving one.
Now, as we found out, Daniel commented on that very show. He's like, "Nah, if you get me on a jet ski, you better just go ahead and call 911 right now." Are you saying you would be caught on one of them things? There'd be trouble already.
Yeah. Before you even start it up, just go ahead and get them 3 nuts. Go ahead. That way they're there whenever it happens. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and get them there. I grew up on the river here in Tennessee, and I've had a lot of bad experiences on the water. Um, One of them was a skiing situation. I thought I was going to be really, really cool. You know what I mean? I'm skiing. I'm on one ski. I'm coming down the river, and there was a beach over there, a little private beach. And so my brother's driving the boat, and I'm like, hey, man, swing me in toward it. So he does. He swings me in there. I let go of the rope. I'm coming into that beach. I am looking good. And I really thought that a ski, it would slide when it hit sandbank. But I was wrong. I mean, very wrong. It was like my ski was Velcro. You know what I mean? And I remember, I came in there and I hit, and I went bam, just face planted. And all those people on the beach were laughing at me. I said, man, yes, I don't. No, I don't do those things anymore. Of course,
Daniel was cruising all right. he was cruising for some sand.
Cruising for a bruising is what I was cruising for.
See, somebody forgot to alert Daniel that skis belong in the water, not on the beach. Somebody forgot to warn him.
Oh, man, that was bad. Jet ski, bad.
See, and the thing is that people don't realize when you're talking about actual water ski, people need especially strengthen their legs and their knees. Because you got to be able to pull yourself up out of the water, and you got to be able to have a certain amount of leg strength to be able to stay up on them water skis. Because that's what helps maintain your balance up there. If you don't have a lot of leg strength, it's gonna be hard to water ski. I know my dad, he had me drove the boat when he water skis, and sometimes it takes him a couple of tries, especially if he's rusty and hasn't done it for a year or two, in order to get up and up above the water and cruise for a little while. But even in jet skis, I'll tell you what, when I first rode a jet ski, I think it was one of my first times. I've only driven a jet ski twice, I think. The first time when I went out with the guys, I was like, I'm going to be the one to probably flip this thing over. I thought sure as heck I was going to be the one to flip the darn thing over. I was going 10, 15 miles an hour. I was just trying to get my bearings. It's like riding a bike or a motorcycle. You're just okay, just kind of getting your bearings in the water. I think by the end of the hour one, I was cranking it up to 40 miles an hour. Just yeah, let's go. Who flips it? I thought I was going to flip one. Nope. Who does? My dad flips it, actually. We drove over, and the guy's, he's not upset about it either. He's just got the jet ski upside down. He's just laughing. We just roll up on him. We just trying to just help upright the thing and get him back on, and I thought I was going over. I was like, man, it wasn't me. I was like, man, I'm surprised.
No, a 4-wheeler, same thing. No.
See, I have never actually driven one, but see, another thing, I was a passenger on, I think it was a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, probably 4 now years ago, on a motorcycle. Do you do much riding on motorcycles, Daniel?
I grew up on motorcycles until I got tired of falling off of them and hitting the ground. And so that ATV thing, same thing.
Are you saying we need to call 911 if you ever ended up on one of those things too?
And I'm telling you what, back when I was young and dumb, it didn't matter that much. But now, it's a career-ending. It could be a life-ending injury, things like that. But I don't know, ATV. You know, I don't know. I've had too many people get on them things and end up in the, you know, in the hospital. So I'm just going to watch. I'm a spectator. So if Elizabeth, you want to go get on an ATV, I will just pray for you. I'll call 911 and I'll watch.
Now, I was wrong about the jet ski thing. Would I be wrong to say, oh, are you going to surprise me and say, oh, Daniel, no, I've been on an ATV. I've been on a motorcycle. Are you just going to shock us again tonight, Elizabeth?
No, not like that, no.
Kind of going out on a limb here. I'm thinking not, but
I have not been on one of those, nor do I want to be on one of those.
Yeah. So safe bet that's not going to happen. Oh, by the way, I was going to tell you, now we got rid of our other sponsor, Joe. You know, the one we had. I'm not supposed to mention, but now our new sponsor is water, and this is a new kind of water. It's actually gluten free.
A new kind of water.
Yeah, it's gluten free water, and just drink with confidence. It's perfect. It's brand new. Okay.
I've got so many questions. Literally have so many questions right now.
I mean, somebody was asking me about gluten.
Gluten free. So is it low carb too, Daniel?
Yeah, it's low carb. It's really low in sugar. As a matter of fact, it's zero sugar.
Ooh, zero sugar. Wow.
Yeah.
But
hey, nobody will be allergic to this as long as you're not allergic to water. Okay.
I mean,
so,
okay, but
I'm allergic to water, them jet skis and all that stuff. I'm just going to drink.
He's allergic to water that he is big enough for him to take a drink in. Now, drink it out of a bottle, he's good with. Water and him get along just fine when it comes to that. See, but anything just no.
I'm just thinking how water can be gluten free. That is like going through my mind right now.
Yeah, this is
it's low in calories too, right, Daniel?
It really does, man. It takes more calories to drink it, you know, than it's actually got calories in it. I'm like losing weight drinking, just sitting here, just lifting this bottle up and down. Yeah.
D says low carb water. Attaboy.
Attaboy, D. D knows what I'm talking about. It's low carb water.
Coley says you better label that water and sell it on Amazon, brother.
Hey, it's I don't know, it's pure. This is distilled too. So what they did is this is water they were going to make moonshine with, but they didn't. You know, it was distilled. So it's pure. It has nothing in it. It's just basically water, just water. So anyway, that's our new sponsor, Red.
We had a saying around. We had a saying around here when our brewery existed out here. It says it's the water. Yeah, something tells me Daniel will borrow that right now. It's the water. Yes, because it was all about the water from the falls that was right below where the brewery was. So it's the water. Red was wondering if your mic was like covered. If you're using a phone, is your mic impeded? Any? No.
No, I'm on one of these PC things. You know what I mean?
Like, a PC thing. Oh,
a PC.
Politically correct?
You know, yeah, sure. That'll work.
Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Personal cheese?
Yeah, that's it. Well, let me see if I can get my mic out.
Personal coffee. Yes, you're on a personal coffee. Right. Personal coffee. PC. Personal coffee. Right. Exactly. I have one of those. PC.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Makes me think of Brandon Heath's song "Only Water."
Why don't you sing that for us? I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, moonshiner water, pure. Oh, listen, Coley D, just the Coley D, just bring in just bring us back down to earth. Pro Christ is a better PC.
Ooh.
LOL. That's true. That's true. Pro Christ, yes.
Like that.
Kind of like that G sus thing we were talking about a little bit ago. So when you asked for joining us before, first of all, Daniel, how was your 4th of July holiday? And I know you beforehand, before you last joined us a couple weeks ago, you had just came back from summer camps. What's been new with you the last couple of weeks
We went
since you've
to
been on?
4th of July. We went, I'm turning up my mic. Is that better?
Live it, I think. We'll roll with it.
We'll figure it out. We went to my future in-law, my wife's fiance parents invited us over to have a little cookout, and then afterwards they said we're going to go watch the fireworks, and I said, well, cool, let's go watch the fireworks. And so we left their house, and they said they said, are you okay with like being in a graveyard? And I went, I thought we was going to see fireworks. I said, well, yeah, I guess, I'm saved. I'm all right, all right. So we literally, we went in a cemetery, and we just pulled our car in there, them little roads you go down through with the tombstone on each side. And we just pulled up in there and took our chairs out, and we're sitting there with these gravestones all around us and watching. So yeah, I'm a little concerned, but yeah, but that's
the fireworks weren't actually at the cemetery. It was just a viewing area, right?
Yes. It was where we could see them from afar. You know what I mean? And but
well, I guess it's not terribly different, I suppose, because I remember, especially COVID, they wouldn't let us on the grounds. Our 4th of July festivities is on the bottom of the what's called Tumwater Hill. It's in the at the Valley golf course. It's on the driving range, and they shoot the fireworks off. I mean, the driving range is big enough to house like 20,000 people, or however much it needs to hold. And then on the other side of the driving range is right beyond where the separator is, where they shoot off the fireworks from just beyond. Have a decent sized yard to shoot them off. But if you go up on top of the hill, which is what a lot of people did during COVID, since a lot of people were watching it along the hillside, along the kind of road, the highway that runs right up there. On that little road, that highway up there, where you can kind of park right along, either like there's a bank that's up there you can park in, and there's a couple of small businesses up there right along that highway, overlooking the golf course and the hill where you shoot them off. One of the businesses that is up there, right near there, where you can park at in order to watch the fireworks from near there, is a cemetery.
Yeah.
So I think one of the years COVID, when we couldn't get actually on the grounds, and we had to watch from like ancillary other sites, my coworker and family and I, we parked up near that cemetery, actually near where the bank was, and we like watched right across, just looking over where the fence line is, get a clear view of the fireworks up there. So I get you as far as watching the fireworks from near a cemetery. That's going to be an interesting. You just hope the noise don't wake the slumbering up.
To make things worse, it was also Attack of the Beatles, and I don't mean He Loves Me.
Beatles and not the rock group.
No, it wasn't She Loves Me. Yeah. It was These Daggone Bugs Won't Stay Off of Me, and they were like those little Beatles. I don't know. Do y'all have?
Did they want to hold your hand?
No, I wanted them to hold my hat when I was doing this. I was doing that to them. And so I was trying to protect my daughter, my wife. So
Did you let it be? Let it beetle? Let it be. Let it beetle?
I put my phone in the air with the light so they'd come to it until they'd love me do. And then I would whack them with my hat. That's what I did. And
yes!
They got to bring them in. You got to bring them on in. But I was afraid them fireworks were going to wake the dead, though. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. But yeah, that was interesting. I did not have that on my radar, like this gluten-free water. I didn't have that on the radar either. So life's good. So what did Elizabeth do for 4th of July?
Yeah, Elizabeth, what the heck did you do?
Well, on the 3rd, I watched our community fireworks with my parents, and then after that we had my aunt from DC and my aunt and uncle from Florida. We're still here. My aunt from DC has already gone back home, and then on the 4th, my older sister and her family, and then everything, like, we all watched the lake fireworks over here, and there must have been a lot of fireworks because every time you thought it was the finale, it kept going. They're like, nope, we tricked you. We tricked you. Nope, nope, we're going to keep going. No, it's not over yet. Until it got to the very last finale after finale.
Yeah, we had the city park about 20 blocks south of where I live, just up this main road over here is where I watched the fireworks on the 3rd after I got off work on that Thursday. And then Friday did some, grilling, the traditional, burger, 4th of July food fair
Oh, yeah.
over at my dad's place. And then watched the 4th of July ones over at the Tumwater Valley, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in this broadcast on the golf course. And beautiful weather for the 4th. It was couldn't have drawn up much better. It was fantastic on the 4th. But
It's great, man. It's great.
So,
Cemetery and 4th of July.
you are actually, is it tonight or tomorrow? You're going to be on Red's Room again here pretty shortly, aren't you?
Tomorrow night, unless he changes his mind.
Tomorrow night? Nah, he wouldn't do that. So you're going to be on tomorrow night. Josh Borowski, of course, hosting. Cassie's going to be on there, I believe, along with Daniel. It's going to be a great night tomorrow night on Red's Room, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So Daniel will join us. Musically, what's up with either musically or on the message pastoral on your heart front? Anything new there? Anything been stirring for you lately here, Daniel?
Just recently finished the first 6 songs on album 7, and we're looking forward to releasing those songs whenever I get to it. Just kind of still writing. I'm writing a song right now called Jesus Train, which is a cool little tune about all of us children of God, riding that train to heaven. And so that's something fun going on. On the ministry front, things are great, man. I mean, I'm pastoring a little church I pastor out in the country. God's blessed, and it's a cool little church. We got on a good Sunday we might have 25 there. It's just a cool little country church, and but that's going on, obviously in the ministry. And then let's see, next month I think there's a rumor that I'm going up to visit Rusty, and we're supposed to be doing a music festival. I think
up there in Levering, Michigan, huh? Rumor has it, I think you're doing the Sunday morning little a sermon for everybody on Sunday.
We'll be bringing the word Sunday morning, and yep, I am. The good news, I got all kinds of Southwest miles because I don't go anywhere, and so I just grab a Southwest, come on up there. I ask Rusty.
What is it about? It's not too far. It's about maybe 2-hour flight probably from where you are, maybe.
I don't know. Depends on if I'm sleeping or not. It'd be faster if I'm sleeping. But,
that's true.
Yeah,
I think it'd be about a 2-hour flight. It's not terribly far from Michigan, I don't think.
We're looking forward to that. So
So August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Friday night we were going to be hanging out, doing some stuff on a campfire, speak witch, and all that type of stuff. And Saturday we got a lot of music all day long. I believe Josh Schneider is going to try to come up and join us. Abigail Nygren will be there on that Saturday. Scott DeClaire, I do believe, will be there. Rusty, of course, will be there. It's his place after all. He better be there.
You're just making me want to come.
you come.
Elizabeth better be there, just saying. D. Coley D will be there. I do believe Deborah Scott's going to be there. We got a whole crazy blessed worship, Christian Media Spotlight. We're all going to be there. Plus, we've got some of our friends as well. We'll have, of course, Christian Media Spotlight and our radio network presence on site as well. Plus, we'll have some other radio friends as well. Brian Tucker from Christian Mix 106. Rumor has it he will be in attendance. Our good radio friend. They carry our program as well each and every week. So he'll be on site and be part of the fun. We invite you to join us crazyblessedworship.com. You can find out all the info you need to know about joining us the first weekend in August. We'd love to see you over in Levering, Michigan. If you are flying into the area, of course, you can get there from Detroit. I believe the closest airport to Levering is, I do believe, in Traverse City. So you can join us. Yes, do make plans to join us, if you will. And all the info you need to know about how to get in contact with all of us to get more details on that. It'll be an all-day festival. We are running all day from about probably 9 in the morning to about 9 at night on Saturday. Daniel, of course, will not only may pay attention to be armed with a cable, he'll be armed with the word on Sunday morning. He will be bringing the word on Sunday morning for all of us who want to take part. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we would like to thank Rusty Drake, of course. Rusty Spit, speaking of water, Rusty Spit Take Drake. That's right, if you followed our show for any length of time, we were here on Red's Room. He's got his own branded bottle of water, you know. I hear he's sugar-free as well. Or maybe he's also gluten-free. Rusty, are you gluten-free? No.
Got minerals in it, maybe? Some of that special kind?
Maybe. I don't know. But do join us. Rusty, thank you for opening up your property out there for us to do our musical thing. If you are in the area, we'd love for you to join us. If you are not in the area, we are going to try to do our best to have everything we need on site to be able to live stream for you as much of the day's festivities as we can over on Christian Media Spotlight and potentially on Crazy Blessed Worship as well. So we will try to do what we can to live stream from the festival as much as we can throughout the course of the weekend with live look-ins and hopefully some video of some of the performances and whatnot on Saturday. So we'd love for you to stay tuned to our socials, but join us if you can August 1st. I do believe the 1st through the 3rd. I believe it's the very first weekend in August, Levering, Michigan. We'd love for you to join us. So Danny will be there. I'm making plans to be there. Hopefully Spud being like, I don't know,
one state away.
Hopefully will join us. One state.
I know. And I kept going. I know, and I kept going back in my head to when you told me every single time when I've only been one state away, you've always said to me, like, don't make me come.
That's like me having an excuse not to go to a festival in Oregon.
No, I know, but
or in Idaho, it's like
I know, but you like always tell me like jokingly, like, don't make me come and like bring you to the next state that you are one state from.
Somebody will probably smuggle you across the border, probably, if need be, probably, I would imagine.
So Elizabeth's got MCing this thing, right? Isn't that what I heard?
Huh?
Elizabeth's MCing this event?
Well, Elizabeth probably will help MC the thing if she manages to.
Oh, I will probably be there.
Are you doing a block on a place to stay? I think to a certain extent there are certain lodging facilities. If you're asking about lodging, I think there are certain lodging facilities nearby Rusty's. I think in certain circumstances, I think there might be some okay spots to stay at. I don't want to speak for Rusty. Worst comes to worst, I mean, there might be some places to stay on his property. I don't know, or very nearby. I know there's some B&Bs nearby as well. So you can definitely, if you want to get in contact with us for more information, we can see what. I know there's different options available right near there. So if you want to reach out to one of us, you definitely let us know, and we'll help you figure it out there.
Don't do it, Cassie. Don't do it.
Yes, I'll smuggle you.
Don't do it. I don't need my parents wondering what happened.
That's smuggle, not snuggle, right? That's smuggle, right?
Well,
maybe it'll be a smuggle. I don't know.
I don't need my parents knowing what happened if Cassie did that.
That's as long as it isn't a smuggle.
Oh gosh.
So
that'd be bad. Don't want to put up a fight while she's trying to smuggle you.
So anyway, so I think Elizabeth would be a great MC. I really do. So Joe and you and
Thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be my first time meeting you as well, there, Daniel. And we haven't gotten together one of these things yet.
Well, you know, there's a saying that says some people bless a room by entering it and some by leaving it. So I hope it's a good experience for you.
Well, I hope I bless the room by entering it. If I bless the room by leaving it, I'm probably doing something wrong, more than likely.
You might like virtual Dan a lot better. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good to get together, and I'm excited, to see what the Lord does, man. It's gonna be fun. Maybe we'll write a song. How about it, Cassie? All y'all up there? I think we can actually.
I feel like Daniel and I have known each other for ages.
We have.
That'll maybe be a good segue, Daniel. How did you? I think you were probably involved with Red's Room first. I think before you probably knew all of us. So fill us in a little bit of the story, since I don't know if we heard this, but how did you get involved first with Red's Room? But then how did you end up getting involved a little bit later on when Crazy Blessed Worship was forming and you kind of became one of the figureheads of that, if you will? How did those two places kind of all come together in the last few years for you?
I know how I got to Red because I was on Facebook and I saw Red's Room, and he was talking about. So I reached out to him and I, kind of humbly said, if you ever need an artist on one of your shows, I'd like to do it. So I think at the time he was about 4 months out booked, so he put me down, and that's how I got to interface with Red and know him. I was on Red's Room, and then I kept stalking him so I could be on there again, and then he asked me to bring the word, and I've done that several times. I've hosted a couple times. Now, Crazy Blessed Worship, I think I migrated from Red's Room over to Crazy Blessed Worship via Rick and Cassie, and started going on their podcast too as well. So that's kind of how I got to know them. And beyond that, I mean, it's really been cool. I mean, Coley's become really special in my life, and we chat fairly often, and I don't know. So I'll just say that it was just probably over the last few years. Just it started out with the music, and then they found out that I was actually a pastor, and then I told them it's a lot easier to bring the word and play music. I don't have to know chords to bring a sermon. So. Yeah, that's how it's been really, really cool journey. And through all these these media platforms, I've gotten to know Dee up in New York, and there's so many people I've gotten to know. Virtue's been special. So I don't it's just a God thing, I guess. But I think just like with you, just being available on Rick and Crazy Blessed Worship. My nickname was Bullpen because at the last minute, if somebody bailed, they could always call me and I'd jump on there and play some music. So
making the call of the pen.
Mm-hmm. Going to the right.
Now entering from the bullpen.
Yeah.
Daniel.
So yeah. So
what we got to come up with like a baseball sort of nickname for you though.
I don't know if I've got any baseball nicknames, but. I played a lot of baseball growing up. Played
Daniel H2O Curtis.
I like that one. Right there. Right there. That's.
We just don't want to go, water boy reference. Gatorade H2O.
Hey, can I tell you a quick joke? So this is kind of telling on me, but. I used to walk around. I would do it in restaurants. A waitress come up and I say, hey, I'll have some water as long as it's gluten-free, And I would say to the waitress or the server, I would say, I'm really working on my glutes, And I had no idea, what I was saying, and I did it all the time. My wife finally goes, "Do you know what that is?" And I went, "Well, yeah, it's chest muscles." And she goes, "No." No, it's where you sit down, you know. And here I was telling people, working on, I got to have my glutes, I'm working on my glutes, my gluteus maximum and all that. So listen, if you don't know what you're talking about, you better have a great spouse, okay? I also, I was doing a concert one time and I was talking about a song I wrote about turning your life around. And I said, sometimes in life, you just have to make a 360-degree turn, And afterwards, it's like that means you're going in the same direction you're going in. That's, oh,
It's kind of like chasing your tail, isn't it?
yeah, I meant 180. Yeah, I meant 180. So anyway, I am not working on my glutes anymore. Okay, just saying.
It's okay. It's safe. He's not working on his glutes, but it's
love the water.
That the water might actually, might contribute to almost like a gluteus minimus.
Yes. Yeah,
instead of a maximus, just low carb, low sugar. He's gluten free. He's gluteus minimus. He's working on his glutes in that way, but it's okay.
All right. Really careful about saying anything anything anymore. Just a little bit. It's gluten.
Gluten free. Gluten and gluten free. We're just all kinds of gluten free tonight.
Gluten free.
LOL, Daniel, you are a kind brother. I love it.
It's real, man. It happened. I'm sorry, it just happened. I thought I knew what I was talking about, but and they probably thought I knew what I was talking about too. That's why they weren't laughing. You know what I mean?
But, storyteller, gluten free.
I just kept telling them I'm working on my glutes. Oh, and by the way, I'm a pastor.
Yeah, it says I ate at the Martinez family's restaurant called Bullpen yesterday. See?
Bullpen Daniel. That's it.
Bullpen Daniel.
Yes.
Okay. Daniel Bullpen Curtis.
I'll tell you something else too, Elizabeth.
See, but are you more of a? See, this will inspire the catcher in the room and Cassie. Are you more of a fastball pitcher when you're out of the bullpen? Or are you more of a slider? Or are you more of a change-up kind of guy?
I like that. I like that fastball, man. Matter of fact, I like coming out of the gate just, I mean, I told you a bunch of times. I said I've written some ballads. The only problem with all of them is they're too slow. So I like coming out with the heat when I preach and when I play. But
bringing the heat.
I got to bring in the heat.
Mowing the enemy down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rusty, Daniel is definitely my brother from another mother.
Hey, Fuego, come out hot.
Miri says, you're funny, Daniel. Cassie wants to know, though, coming out of the pen, are you a right-hander or a left-hander?
I'm a righty unless you're dyslexic, okay? Or I'm from in Cheatham County. They call they say they call it the Cheatham County left, which that means you're right. You know what I mean?
The Cheatham County left.
It's true, man. That's where I'm from. Cassie
the knuckleballer.
That's
Cassie the knuckleballer, Cole.
That's where they do them 360-degree turns when they repent. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Anyway, what we talking about?
See, Daniel's trying to keep throwing those no-hitters for the Lord. See,
absolutely, bringing the
shut
heat.
the enemy. Shut the enemy out. Shut the door. Keep out the devil.
The door. Throw it right by the devil. That's right, man. Bring the heat. Yep. I tell you, man, we got. On a serious note, we need to be bold. You know what I mean? I was telling someone the other day, we got to be bold. And I just did a video today about that. I said, listen, bother me. You want to criticize me? Criticize me. Whatever. But I'm going to be bold. I'm going to stand up for Jesus, and I'm going to have fun doing it.
See, that's a great segue. I was actually going to ask you, what it sounds like that would be a big part of it. What for people who are looking to really deepen their faith and use this time during the summer to really recharge and really start making moves for the Lord, in addition to being bold just for Him and being more just outward with your life, living your life. Bold like the bull, brother. Oh boy. That's right. Brick wall, brick house, firm foundation. The gates of Hades will not prevail.
That's what I'm talking about, Cassie. That's what
The joy of the Lord is your strength. In addition to being bold, Daniel, what are some of the things that really people could be doing, just tangible things that people could be doing to continue to draw closer to Him and draw closer to the Lord deeper in their walk? What's a couple of tangible things as a pastor that you advise people that they could just easily be doing, those tangible things to get right and recharge with Him?
Yeah, I'm going to give you two different things. One, I think a lot of times our biggest failures is we have not made enough mistakes. One of my daughter's best friends, she struggled with that, and I was counseling with her, and I told her that. I said, your problem is you haven't made enough mistakes. She thought I was a nut. I said, until you make a lot of mistakes, you're not going to get over you. Okay. Part of being bold is being willing to talk about glutes and water. You know what I mean? It is in your life. It is being bold. It's being willing to expose yourself in spite of all the peer pressure and what people say and think and all that. Now, the reason why I'm so bold is because I failed so many times, and after a while, you just get used to it. It's like, well, that's part of it, but. But the other thing, if I could tell you, everyone on here tonight, if you'll do this, your life will change forever. I discovered this in 2014 when I was going through cancer. 2014, I looked at my phone on the couch, and I thought, I can't work, can't do much of anything right now. But you know what I can do? I can pick up that phone, and I can encourage people. And every day, I took that phone, and I called, text 10 people a day. And that changed my life. Because you see, the thing of it is we get so depressed sometimes because we internalize what's going wrong and what we're not doing. The devil loves you to take account of what you're not doing, right? But when you encourage people, I recommend doing 10 a day, not that hard. What happened is they always would reply, man, I really need that today. Well, who wouldn't need that today? But see, their response to it was the medicine that I needed to build my courage and be able to be bold in my life. You see, I finally realized there is so much power in encouragement. And that's one thing I get accused of a lot of time, with being a good encourager, because it's medicine for me too, you know what I mean? So 10 a day. I mean, I tell you, anybody I ever talk to, do that 10 times a day and call me tomorrow and tell me how it went. And so those two things.
I think it's fantastic, because I think what it does when we're stuck in a rut is if you're about God's business, He's going to be about yours. If you focus your walk on encouraging others, speaking life into others, it sometimes enables us to get out of our self mentality.
Absolutely.
Of wanting to wallow in ourself, our struggles, we stay so inwardly, we stay stuck. And whereas if we continue to force ourselves to keep moving forward, to keep redirecting the focus off of us and what we can do for Him to spread the gospel, to share and to spread life that He has given us abundantly. And it just has a way of redirecting our focus. And I love what you said in the beginning too, the first part about making mistakes, because I think in order to really get as the saying goes, the things. So we all probably have heard this saying or have pastors who have said it. To get to the beginning of Him, you've got to get to the end of yourself.
Absolutely.
And so you've got to be a certain element of being sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Absolutely.
If you have not made enough, what my pastor used to call building testimony, if you haven't done a lot of building testimony, then sometimes living life, and sometimes living life out loud means you take chances. And sometimes when you take chances, you'll get it wrong and you'll fall flat on your face. But the only way to really learn and to do things, oh God, what is it sometimes to fall on our face and make mistakes and go, oh, that didn't turn out right, or that didn't go how I thought. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It's kind of like when they say when a kid is little, they only have to touch the hot stove on the stovetop, usually only once, for them to know, yeah, ouch, maybe I should not do that again. You know, sometimes we need to go through those things, and hopefully, if we're doing it right, only have to do them once to know, ooh, I don't like that. I won't do that one again. You know, some of us are glutton for punishment and want to hit that stove 4 and 5 times, which that's something to be said in of itself. But most of us are like, no. Which that's all about, you know, whether we take 8 days or 40 years going through the desert, you know, is how fast we learn from our mistakes or how much we want to continue to keep making them, you know. And it's not that we are not going to make mistakes. It's not about perfection, thank goodness, or we're all in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But it's how fast can we go to God and go, you know what? I'm sorry. I repent. Help me gain better tools to be able to do better next time.
Amen. That's what. Here's one more thing to add to this. Y'all check this out. That when you embrace imperfection, okay, then you hopefully can take the imperfections and turn it into fuel rather than turn it into failure. So I take all my failures and I just turn them into fuel. Because the more I acknowledge God's grace, the more powerful my boldness becomes. Because I don't have to step out. I promise you, when I come up there, Rusty, to Michigan, I promise you, when I get on that truck, stay, whatever we're doing, I promise you I'm going to mess up. I'm counting on messing up. But you know what? I'm not trying to. But you know what? I'm going to turn my failures into my future. And people need to know that we're human.
Yeah.
We're human.
And I think some people, I think the biggest thing that stops us a lot of times is we don't start because we're so fearful of making a mistake.
Exactly.
Or we're so fearful of doing wrong or getting wrong criticism. So we trick ourselves and just stop trying. A lot of times when I had somebody tell me a few years back, they're like, you know what? Thankfully, we're not solely defined solely by our successes. And thankfully, for us, we're not solely defined by our weaknesses either.
Yeah, that's right.
God looks at the whole entire picture and God looks at the heart. He's not uber impressed by how much we get it right, nor is he like waiting to when we get it wrong. We just need to go to him like a childlike heart and say, you know what? I missed it. I messed up. And he's thankful and just graceful, shows more grace than we could ever realize or imagine. And I think what we as Christians don't do enough of, but I think we could stand to always do better than that, is showing grace to others when others make mistakes. And sometimes when you forget your own testimony, it will cause you not to have compassion for others when they're going through a struggle or a pitfall. We don't need to obviously relive it, but if we always remember what God has brought us out of, what God has done, we can keep better in tune of what God can do for others. And it's not about how many times you fall, because it's not about your character is not oftentimes, I've heard this said to, is not oftentimes built on when things are going right, when things are on cloud nine, when you're getting everything, when you're on a good streak. Character is more often defined by not only not your failures per se, but how you respond in your failures, how you respond to that adversity, and how you bounce back from that adversity, how you respond to it. It's like one of those full cliches, but it's like life is about 10% what happens to you and about 90% how you respond to it. How are you responding and going to God in those places of, whoops, I messed up? How quick are you to go to him to receive his grace, to receive his forgiveness, really repent and turn around and go, okay, let's get back on course here. Let's run this race. Let's get back on course. Let's get back up on that horse and let's go.
Yeah,
Some people, they have the innate ability to be right with the Lord and go, you know what? Whoops, turn right back around, get on course. Others, the unfortunate thing is they get off course and that fear, it just paralyzes them. It just stops them from restarting again. If it's anything, I encourage you, start, keep going, run the race. It's not about how many times you mess up, and thankfully it's not about that.
kind of blow your mind a little bit. Check this out. That when we make mistakes, I don't think many times we're able to really quantify whether we made a mistake or not. Number two, God already knew you was going to do it. So, I go, he gave me the choice, but you know what I mean?
And that's what happens. I heard a pastor say one time, it's God gave us a certain element. I mean, you look at the choices that we make in our lives.
Sure.
Where we go to school, where we go to college, what career we end up going to, who we marry. He gives us plenty of choices in our lives to be able to chart a certain course for our life. The only thing that you can hope for is that we invite him in as many of those big decisions as we can in order to really have him bless our life. And I heard somebody say one time, he's not really majoring in the minors. He doesn't necessarily care what career we're choosing to go down or what college we go to or if we go to college or who we might, but it's, are we inviting him into those careers? Are we inviting him into our relationship? Are we inviting him into our families? Are we inviting him into those things that we're doing? And when he gives us those free will, the choice to stay on the path or go off the beaten path and make a mistake, the unfortunate thing sometimes about that free will, we can go all the way back to Adam and Eve. Sad thing about that free will is we hope to never choose to exercise it very often, because a lot of times when we do, it flies in the face of his will, and not many good things are bound to happen when that happens, when we go the course of free will. But that's where we get ourselves messed up.
See, even when Elizabeth is eating a sloppy Joe sandwich and she gets some of it on her clothes, it's still okay. That's why the camera's from here up. You know what I mean? Now, you didn't make a mess, did you, Elizabeth? Be honest.
I didn't have a sloppy Joe dinner. It's
man.
I
had a
literally
coney dog.
No, I didn't even eat that.
What did you eat then?
I'm gonna eat a peanut butter and jelly here in a little bit.
Oh, we've gone from sloppy Joe to coney dog to PB&J now.
Well, yes, because admittedly, when I had my mom bring it back in when I was gonna eat it originally on the last broadcast, I said I'll come back and eat it in a little bit. My dad had it instead.
Oh. Now it's PB&J now.
That's okay. I said by that point it
in
was
the comments, Cass goes, I think in order to be bold, you have to know the one you're basing your stance on. That's right. You got to be bold for him. You can't be really bold in yourself. To which she says, yes, I boast in my weaknesses. He who nourishes others will himself be nourished. She quotes somewhere in Proverbs. She doesn't know the exact reference there. But Deborah Scott, good evening. Amen. Their response: iron sharpens iron. Mutual edification. That's what it's about. Iron sharpens iron. Yes, his faithfulness gives us confidence. Looking at how many times I've messed up and he's covered me, it's so much easier to learn to take risks for his name's sake. That's it. Calculated mistakes. Yeah. Even our mistakes show his perfect nature. Ah, amen to that. D says grace. PBJ says D. PB and J. Yeah. Now, here's what we're going to do. We've got about 10 or 15 minutes before the start of Red's Room tonight, the Friday night edition, which we've got Glendale Griffin. We've got a bunch of different artists. I do believe the Lions Den purveyor himself, Mr. Casey Bean, is going to do the outreach tonight. And it's not even Monday. You get a bonus word from him on a Friday night tonight. Plus, good day. This is Aussie Grown Radio. That's right. It's Hank David behind the host chair tonight. The Aussie DJ radio man himself at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, top of the hour in about 17 minutes and change from right now. Here is what we're going to do. We're not, apparently, Coley would never let me live this down if we didn't do this. So we're going to hear some spoken word, apparently, or some sort of interlude in a few minutes from Spud over there, because we need to make sure, even though Coley's charger potentially may have croaked and died, she's going to keep an eye on us and make sure we're in line on the replay. So we don't want to, we don't want to hear nothing on the flip side from that. I wouldn't want to have a demerit attached to me to make up for next week. Which, knowing the co-host next week, it's already going to go off there. You'd be better just call somebody already. It's all I'm going to say. We're going to get into equal trouble next week. That's all I'm going to say. But we hear as well from Coley tonight that Daniel is armed with a capo.
I'm not afraid to use it.
And you know what happens when Daniel is armed with a capo? That usually means, unless they're just purely for decoration, there's probably a guitar nearby somewhere. Spud spoken word. There you go. So we figure, Cassie says, just one capo, just one capo. Right. Just
one capo. Just one. Don't want to go too far.
So before we hear some spoken word from Spud over there, would you like to sing to us a little tune? Daniel, would you like to sing to us?
Make sure my echo cancellation and all that stuff is
and that will be perfect when he's doing the song, because then that'll give me plenty of time to finish my little sandwich.
Joe, finish your sloppy Joe.
Peanut butter and jelly. That's literally what I'm having.
Oh man, I was so glad you said that for a minute. I'm glad you clarified that, because I would have thought you said peanut butter and jellyfish or something. Gosh.
Oh, no.
Glad you clarified that.
Oh. Okay.
You hear my guitar, Joe?
What's that?
You hear my guitar?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about true love. How about it?
True love. Ooh. With Daniel Curtis here on.
Some people go through life never finding love, like a blind walker through life, never getting a glimpse of love. But when it finally comes shining through, and it finds its way to you, it's like a long lost dream coming true. When you see what love can do for you, love, yeah, I found this love. Never gonna doubt in love, talking about your love.
Oh, yeah. Talking about his love. Daniel Curtis is here on our Christian Media Spotlight, Crazy Blessed Worship, Summer Fun, our weekly edition, our weekly dose of summer fun each and every Friday night at approximately 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific as we lead on up, usually on most Fridays, to Red's Room coming up. We'll be on the air for about another 10 minutes or so before we slide on off tonight and make way for Red's Room with Hank David as your host tonight. As a matter of fact, speaking of Red's Room, if you want to hear more of Daniel Curtis musically, there is a rumor that he's going to be on tomorrow night. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Daniel will be part of the musical proceedings in the Saturday edition of Red's Room tomorrow. So make sure you join and hear him talk about his love and all kinds of other fun stuff tomorrow on Red's Room. Make sure to join us. Each and every Friday night through the summer, possibly beyond, we will be here each and every week with your weekly dose of summer fun. And if we continue this in the fall, it just might be fall fun. I don't know. Change into if we decide to keep this going a little longer, but it's been a whole lot of fun so far. All throughout the summer, of course, I will be here for CMS, for CBW. There's going to be rotating voices throughout the summer, full of surprises as well. There's some other voices that are going to be part of this throughout the summer, so do not just keep it here every single Friday. We'll get your weekend off to a great start, and we'll provide a lead-in for Red's Room every single week. Next week, of course, we will be uninterrupted. We will take the air. Of course, we had the backyard sessions, which Sunday night we'll figure out what's going on with the Crystal Craven video. And Sunday night in the Music Hangout, we will roll that last backyard session video on Sunday. Also, next Friday, we will be here on time because we don't have any programming leading up to it. So 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, we'll be here next week. We've got a co-host, musical guest lined up next week for you. 25th, 2 weeks from now, is going to be pretty much the similar setup as it was tonight. We will have our 69th edition of Night of Hope in 2 weeks at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, and then at 8 Eastern, we'll be here with the Crazy Blessed Worship, Christian Media Spotlight, Summer Fun Hour, which, you will have our co-host, I think, already landed for that edition as well. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I exited Spud. We have our booker over here, the Coley D, keeping us all in line, filtering in the guests every single. She's kind of, she's enjoying this, playing fantasy booker, just booking all these things up. So I just show up, provide a platform, and host, and just banter and have a good time with these folks who join me each and every week. So thank you, Coley, for your big help on that. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us here again as well. Spud, you didn't think you were getting off the hook that easy, did you?
Yeah, no.
Apparently, there's some sort of spoken word you have for us. So, what say you to close this thing? Do you have anything prepared? You've had about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
now
I got something.
Do on this. Okay. Well, what you got for us here before we do a prayer?
Here it goes. Tonight, I know that I'm a warrior in faith. I know that I can do anything, no matter what it takes. God is my refuge. He is my strength. Everything is possible, and nothing is impossible for Christ. One of these days, back in 2021, on July 14th to be exact, I started out a phone call Bible study, and now that's coming up on 4 years to be exact. Everything I've endured, everything that I've gone through growing up, I know that this was God's test to put me in a testimony of faith and strength with people that I love. Every single time out, I know where I belong, and that's right here on these ministry platforms. And nothing can take my joy away when I know that God is hearing me out. Every single moment, every single day, my faith might get tested, but that's okay. God doesn't call us to worry about these things. He knows that our testimonies are the things that we endure. And every single time and every single night, no matter if we have a worry, we're not alone, not even for a minute, not a second, not even an hour. Because every single time out, we know that God is giving us rest this hour. Every single night, every single moment, when you feel like you're down and nothing's going right, just turn to God, lean on Him, and everything will be all right. If you needed this message, if you needed this time, remember that God's plan is in His timing. It's not even mine. I know that the timing of God's plan, God's will for my life, is right here with CMS, Red's Room, and this crazy bus life every single moment, every single day. I know that God is making a way. Plans or not, nothing would stop me from sharing my heart because God's put a lot to say, and that is okay. Every moment, every day, let God's will be the way and the light and the truth and the life. Because God lights our way, God lights our path. God's got you, He's got me too. He's always got your back. Every moment, every night, let God's light shine, and you will be all right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Spudley.
Welcome.
Cassie says, yes, a city on a hill, a city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Yes. Time to let our light shine for him. That's what we're trying to do each and every day, each and every week here. Great job, Elizabeth. Yes, says D.
Thanks.
Let's get boom. Mic drop, apparently, says.
That's
Yes.
before the PB&J too. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty good.
Well, let's get you set and ready for the rest of the weekend. Of course, we've got Red's Room coming up tonight, top of the hour, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Hank David is standing by in about 5 minutes and change from right now. Also, coming up tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Josh Borowski will host Red's Room with Daniel Curtis over here. That's right, Daniel. Daniel's going to be doing more of the musical things tomorrow night on Red's Room. Make sure you join us on our partner ministry, facebook.com/groups/Red's Room. Hit there at the top of the hour and also tomorrow as well. I will see you on Sunday. I get to take a little bit more of a rest. My portion of my weekend is about done here. Sunday night, I will join you at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific for another edition of the Sunday Night Music Hangout. We will play the last backyard session from Crystal Craven. We will not forget about that. Plus, we'll have more summer fun to round out your weekend. We're here to start your weekend. We'll finish your weekend as well on Sunday night. Make sure you join me for that. Also, at some point tomorrow, probably around the noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific hour tomorrow, make sure you join us for the 211th weekly edition of the Christian Media Spotlight radio show on our radio network tomorrow. It's noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. Join us on the radio network for another edition of the weekly radio show. Okay, and in case you missed it, probably tomorrow morning on the network as well, right around, let's say, probably 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, we will replay the new music hour for those that missed it this morning. And we'll also try to reschedule probably at 1 Eastern, the rock hour for those that missed that as well. Okay. I won't lie about that either. Yeah, you got Josh Porosky, Daniel Curtis, and me. Red's got his hands full.
Cassie's
And he got Spud in the mix too. I mean, this has the makings for just.
Well, see,
I should just stir this pot here a little bit and just see what the heck happens. I mean, there could be quite the what is that, the southern thing? That could be quite the goulash.
well, I will say sometimes.
When's the last time you heard goulash quoted on the show? I don't even know.
Sometimes I feel like Casey, who's going to be coming up here soon on Red Room, sometimes I feel like Casey will sometimes say that I'm like, well, Red has deemed me as a teacher's pet, so has Casey, because of me reading ahead on sometimes the verses for like the main verse.
So Spud's going to keep you online. Spud, I think your nose is turning a shade of brown.
He called me that one time, and Red's like, any chance Red gets to be like, hi, you're a teacher's pet. What? I'm like, no.
3-minute warning till Red's Room. Daniel, would you love to do us the honors in praying this little summer fun hour out as we glide into Red's Room tonight, sir?
Before I exit out though, tomorrow night's sponsor, Okay, in honor of Elizabeth, is going to be Peter Pan peanut butter. Peter Pan peanut butter is going to be sponsoring our show tomorrow night. And smoking.
See what you did, Spud?
Well, I can't.
Cassie, it says I read ahead, but I don't tell them. Oh, we have 2 brown nosers up in here? Oh, great.
Oh, no, but see, here's the thing. I pet thing.
What?
I denied the teacher's pet thing to Red.
Sure you did. You know what teachers' pets do? They deny the fact that they're a teacher's pet.
Oh, I deny it completely so that Casey doesn't, or Red, call me that. See.
Ah,
ha, Peter Pan. See? Oh, my.
Hey, Cassie's going to be on tomorrow night. Hey, Cassie, why don't we do this? We have to take a tablespoon of peanut butter before we sing. Right. Okay.
I'm gonna roof at your mouth.
After this, I might just.
It's like it's roof of your mouth. It's like a chubby bunny. We'll just all talk like this. I am a teacher's pet. Oh, see, there's 2 kinds of teacher's pets. One that deny the fact that they're a teacher's pet, and 2, the one that blatantly just claims, no, I am a teacher's pet. See, there's no shame in that one.
And see,
I don't know that I can sing with peanut butter involved. Is that a challenge?
It's a challenge, peanut butter challenge.
See, the earlier.
Can you sing with PB on the roof of your mouth, Daniel?
I'm gonna try tomorrow night. I'm gonna do it.
That's gonna gum you up, says D. I think Cindy is in the ER this evening doing with some abdominal troubles this evening. So we're definitely praying for Cindy this evening for her to get some rest tonight.
Let's do that right now.
Yes. Do you want to lead us in our closing further, Daniel, before we sign off and make way for Red Room this evening?
Lord, thank you for this time together. A lot of fun. A lot of it's just so much fun to be a Christian, to embrace what grace is, and Lord, you said you came to give us joy more abundantly, and this has just been such a good time. We thank you for our brothers and sisters. We pray for Cindy right now that's needing prayer. We just pray over her right now that you would just heal her, Lord, lift her up miraculously right now. And we pray for the show upcoming and tomorrow night, Lord, as you lead the artist, every word, the word that's spoken, that someone who is watching does not know Jesus their Savior, that they will accept him as one of the fruits of this labor, of this ministry. We thank you for our brother Red for making this possible. In Christ's name, amen. PBJs for everybody.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
So it's BYOPB. Not BYOB, not bring your own beverage. No, bring your own peanut butter tomorrow. So Spud, make sure. See, unlike the Chick-fil-A sauce, you can actually, eat this. Let's see. See, what we'll do is we'll kind of do it the marshmallow thing. We'll just have just like big glob of PB and do. We'll just amuse ourselves.
After this, I'm gonna go try Eggo waffle ice cream.
Oh my goodness! Hey,
Cassie, we have a little offense to how you said it, though.
No, I'm having sloppy. I got sloppy joes waiting on me.
Bullet is salivating, says Cassie. Blueberry for me. Oh, whoa. Okay.
But see, Eggo has made waffle ice cream, and I'm gonna try the chocolate chip.
Yes, Eggo waffle ice cream. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The next day, I'm just gonna try Frosted Flake ice cream.
Let's try all the cereal ice creams. Why not? We're out of here, folks. Red's Room just went live.
Bye.
Facebook.com/groups/Red's Room. Join Hank David on there. He's got a full night of music the next couple hours. Join him on there. For all of us here, I'd like to thank all of the folks who submitted great videos for our backyard sessions. Over a dozen of you. We love you. We thank you. We'd like to thank all of you for watching. We love and thank all of you as well. Without you guys being a part of this, well, there wouldn't be us. We say that all the time in the credits, and we mean it. We thank you for joining us. What ice cream? Yes. Eggo ice cream. D says enjoy it. Guys, says enjoy it. Love you all. Great show. Thank you.
Hi.
Alongside Elizabeth Eggo, alongside Elizabeth, Lego my Eggo ice cream spud old house. Alongside Daniel Bullpen Curtis. Thank you all for watching tonight. It's been a
Thank you,
fun one
guys.
this evening. Yes.
And thank you for having me
Game
again on
over.
here
We
with you
shut
guys.
out the enemy once again tonight. Good night, everybody. Love each other tonight. Red's Room next. Facebook.com/groups/Red's Room. I will see you tomorrow on the radio at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for another edition of the radio show. And I will see you right back here Sunday night, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific for another music hangout with Spud and I, who will give us, I'm sure, a rundown on the how the Eggo ice cream is.
Who knows? Maybe I have to save it for the after party. I don't know.
Who knows? Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye for now. See you Sunday night. Join us for Red's Room next.